welcome back. We are looking at contact form 7 today, and I'm sure many of you are in the WordPress community have seen this because it's been around for a while and it's just freaking phenomenal. It's really a really great thing. So WordPress doesn't come with its own contact page, that you can really be specific with, I should say, because some themes do come with their own contact setups. But this is a plugin and it's called Contact Form 7, and you have to be really specific to get it in this order because there are some plugins that are very close or they've kind of moved the words around a little bit. So when you look this up, I just want you to be sure that you use this exact format, contact form, and then the number 7. All right, and you'll see what I mean when you go to install it. It's just all the different kinds of copycats. So, but this is what we're looking at, right? And if you go to add new, wait a light year for it to show up. There we go. And then we're looking for contact form 7, and I've already got it installed, so it's going to say installed. But that's how you get to it. See here, see what I mean about all these 7s, right? This isn't it, this isn't it, this isn't it, this isn't it. This is the one you want. So you want, I think it's Takayuki Miyoshi, I think is how you say the name. But yeah, so that's what you want to do. You want to install it. You'll click install now and then activate once it's installed. And then when you're done, you'll get a page that looks like this. So I already have my forms installed. And so if you don't have any forms, it's going to be blank. But all you do is you click add new. You fill out your form. We're going to call this about page contact form. All right. And then this is where you set all your things. We'll come back to this. Hit save. I just want to show you how it functions real quick before we get into the nitty gritty. And then you'll see up here, it'll say copy and paste the shortcut. If you click on it, it kind of highlights it all, but you want to, it's hard to see with the blue on blue. You want to copy the whole thing, bracket to bracket, and then you'll go over to your about page. I just got pages and then clicked on about. And then you scroll down here. I'm going to go to the bottom. I'm going to paste it. And that's all I do. And then I hit update. Now when I go back to this page, it's going to have a very basic contact form on my about page. I got to wait for it to finish loading though. Come on, internet. There we go. View page. It's Christmas season, so I think all the websites are just running really slow. All right, so we scroll down and there we go. Your name, your email, subject, your message, send. And once you fill this out, it will put a little message has been sent. So it's really good that way. Now I wanted to show you how you can customize this. So now I'm back on this page, and to get to this, once you already clicked off of it, you just go to contact, then go to your form that you're working with. This is the shortcut if you ever need to copy it for whatever reason. Hit edit. And then you scroll down here, and this is what we're looking at, okay? We've got your name, and you can make fields required by adding this asterisk next to all of them. And then text field, and then what you want that text field to have as its unique name. Like each one of these things has to have its own unique identifier, if you will, so that it knows how to work the form code. But generally, as you keep this the way it is, you're probably pretty good. You can add things like recaptcha and all that kind of stuff, but I wanted to give you an idea how to add fields so that you wouldn't be lost here. So you see up here, you've got all the different ones, right? We're going to do a radio button. We click on it, and it says we want the radio name to be whatever the default is probably just fine, unless you've got something specific going on, which is more advanced stuff. We're going to do options. We're going to go yes and no and maybe. Okay, put a label first and checkbox back. Label is the name, and then checkbox last. We don't want that. We want the checkbox at the beginning, and that's all we want to do. All right, and then it auto-generates down here. You have to click on it afterwards. You have to click off of this, basically, to get it to generate down here. And you click Insert Tag. And see, there it is. So now, we'll just say, since it's Christmas time, will I have a Merry Christmas? All right? And then we'll hit Save. Oh, I lowercase m there. Oh, well, it's already loading. All right, and then we're going to go over here. Let's check out our page. will I have a Merry Christmas? And then I've got my radio buttons. See how that works? Pretty easy, right? Now let me show you what it's going to look like. Wendy Literal Creation Depot. And subject, testing out the About page. Hello. And yes, we're going to have a Merry Christmas. We'll send. There it is. Thank you for your message. It was still working up here. Internet is slow today. I don't know why. All right, thank you for your message. It has been sent. All right, now let's say you want to mess with that message a little bit. Here's where it says, thank you for your message. It's been sent. What if we said, have a great day? There you go. You could change it there. And these are all pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to read them all because it's pretty obvious. But once you got it done, you hit save at the very bottom. That's one thing I wanted to point out, is that the save's kind of hidden at the very bottom there. And some stuff in WordPress is automatic and some stuff's not. It just needs to be consistent. That's another story. All right, and then this is the email that you're going to get, right? So you noticed that we added in that radio button. This is the one thing about contact form that I don't like. We added in that contact button, but it's not here. So whatever their response is to that contact button is not going to show up in your email address. So we have to say, will they have a Merry Christmas? And then we have to go back to the form, grab our radio button, go back to mail, paste it in, and the only thing we need is this line in here in the middle. This is the name that we gave it. Remember, is it just autofilled radio 869? That's all we need. And now when we save this, and it continues to load, now when we get an email from the form, it's going to include that field. So that's the only thing you want to do. If you're going to add fields to here, you're going to want to make sure that you go over here your mail and add them here so that you actually get the response from your user. And that's pretty well it. You got your two. Who is it going to go to? In this case, it's wendyliteralcreationdepot.com, my email address. Who's it from? Your name is the person's name who types it in, right? And then down here, the subject. Right now, the default is the site name, which in my case is Creation Depot, and then the subject that they type in under the form right there, subject. And then who reply to, and the reply to is going to be defaulted the email address that your user puts in. So it goes back to them if you just want to respond to them from your inbox. This can be something more specific. It just depends on what your application is, what you're trying to do. But just don't forget to hit save, because if you get off this page, everything's lost. And let's see, messages, we already went over that. Additional settings, that's if you're getting real specific. And you want to put some JavaScript in, that's where this would go. And that's pretty much it. Contact forms is pretty awesome. I mean, they've been around for so long that they've kind of gotten all the bugs out, and it works pretty darn well. Recaptcha is a little bit more confusing because you have to first install the API pair key, and that's just a whole other thing. But if you guys want to see it, leave me a comment below, and I'll go ahead and do another video on this, because recaptcha is kind of like its own entity. The only thing about having recaptcha is the thing that you had to enter, like click here, I know I'm not a robot, or the doing a quick math problem real quick and typing that in so that it allows you to send the email. All it does is prevent automatic spammers from sending stuff to you that's nonsense. But anymore, also we're having a problem with people that just go to the websites and like manually fill out stuff and send nonsense like scams and things like that. So, you know, you're not going to escape it by putting recaptcha in. It does help limit the spam. But again, if you guys want me to go through it, I'll go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will, if I get enough people, we'll do a recaptcha video on it. If not, YouTube is your friend. Recaptcha is a lengthy, in-depth conversation. So, all right, that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions, again, leave them in the comments below. I'm pretty good about answering them. Otherwise, if you could like and subscribe, I would much appreciate it, because that does help me grow my channel. And I will talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.